yeah, sorry it's been so fucking long since I have vlogged. I made a video like a couple months ago that I never ended up posting. Why are you going so fucking slow? I made a video a couple months ago that I never ended up posting, and it was about grad school auditions and all that, and I was kind of just giving an update. Spoiler alert, I didn't get into any grad schools. I was literally rejected from every single one, so that feels great. I feel great about that. It's getting really depressing to film, or to edit, so I never posted it, and I never finished editing it, so whatever. But I didn't want to just like leave the channel on a very hopeful note and never give an update as to what actually happened. So yeah, I got rejected from every single one. I will say, like, okay, probably a couple thousand people auditioned for these schools, and like in general, like I was competing with a lot of people, people that have been working in the industry for a long time. Like, and then I look at my resume and it's all stuff from college. Like I think by the time I had actually applied, I think I'd only been in one production outside of my college that was on my resume. A lot of these people that actually did get accepted probably have like a shit ton of just like professional experience and stuff like that. So like I'm not gonna feel too bad about it. I felt really, really bad about it for a couple weeks. I took it pretty hard. C'est la vie. It's not the end of the world. Also, since applying and auditioning and all that, a lot of people, I've gotten the advice of, you know, you only need to go and get an MFA in acting if you're planning on teaching acting at some point. And like, that would be a nice backup option if the whole acting thing, like, you know, I would rather have my own professional career at least first, you know, like maybe I don't need to be 23 and in an MFA program. In fact, I would actively be taking myself out of the industry for those 2 or 3 years. So that kind of sucks, that I realized that afterwards. And so now I'm kind of in this place where I'm like, all right, maybe I should just focus on, you know, moving to Chicago. I'm from the Chicagoland area, so it makes sense for me to just kind of move to the city, get out of my parents' house, start a life of my own, and start a professional career in the city. There's a lot of stuff that I can't audition for because I'm so far. Like, I'll see an audition and I'm like, oh, that looks so cool and I'd be perfect for it, but then I don't even try for it because how am I supposed to get to rehearsal every day? You know, I don't want to drive an hour every single day, but I guess that's what you got to do for the craft. Yeah, that's kind of my plan right now, is to just kind of figure my life out a little bit, and then, you know, maybe apply in a couple years, see if that's something I want to do still. Like, if that, I mean, a lot can change in 5 years. I only decided I wanted to go to grad school my junior year of college, and I'm a year out of college. So like 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted to do this, and I only decided that because I had some professors tell me that I should apply and try to get my master's. And since then, I've talked to my professors, and they're like, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best advice. Or, you know, I had one professor tell me, like, no one's even going to look at you until you have a couple years of experience in the professional world. And I didn't listen to that professor. I was like, oh, she's old. She doesn't know what she's talking about. But sounds like she did. And here's the thing that really fucking hurts. A bunch of people that I got a call back for DePaul with, we all followed each other on Instagram. And this one girl, I don't know, I was just scrolling through my Instagram stories, and this one girl that was at my DePaul callback, I found out that she got into Yale. And she's, you know, like me, she's a white girl. She just graduated last year from college. So, I mean, I don't know anything about this girl's story, but all I know is that she got into Yale at 23 and I didn't. And so that hurt a little bit. Is what it is, and she's gonna go to Yale. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of unfollow people who haven't necessarily done anything wrong, but that make you feel like shit about yourself. And, you know, this girl, I'm very happy for her. Like, kudos to her. That's really cool that she got into Yale. And also, I mean, it just goes to show that you don't have to be 28 to get in you know, so maybe I do have chances or whatever. Good for her, but seeing that, like, I don't need to follow along with her Yale journey. That's just, every time I see that, it's gonna make me feel sad. So I decided to unfollow her, and that's okay. I feel a little bad about it, but whatever. You know, it's for my own self-preservation. I don't think I even spoke a word to this girl. I'm pretty sure everyone just followed each other on everything. So it's kind of, you know, she's not gonna lose out. She's going to Yale, okay? She'll live. I got a call back for DePaul, but I ultimately was rejected. You know, I never went into, like, how my actual auditions went. I thought they went well. Apparently they didn't, or, you know, they could have gone really well, and it just wasn't what they were looking for, is what I'm choosing to believe. Both my Yale and Juilliard auditions, they talk about what to expect for the audition. They say prepare 2 monologues. Like, we'll ask you to present 2 monologues, 1 contemporary, 1 classical, but you should have an extra of each prepared just in case we ask you. I had my Yale audition first out of the 2 of Juilliard and Yale. I go into my Yale audition, I do my 2 pieces, and they ask me, did you bring anything else with you? And I say yes. I give them the options for what the 2 pieces are, and they tell me to do the contemporary. So I do the contemporary, they say thank you. I wait an hour, they post the callback list, my name's not on it. Whatever. But no one else that I talked to from the Yale audition was asked to present a 3rd monologue. I'm choosing to believe that that was a good thing. You know, that even though I didn't get a callback, something about my performance gave them, I don't know, intrigued them enough to want to see more. I go into my Juilliard audition, they ask me the exact same thing. Can you present a 3rd monologue? I do. They post a callback list, my name's not on it. Great. So, like, that's fine. I'm living, it's whatever. Both Yale and Juilliard are probably the 2 most coveted programs. Like, Columbia and NYU are also up there, except NYU and Columbia are both expensive as fuck. So, and Yale and Juilliard are free. So I think people are really, really vying for Yale and Juilliard, which is great. The impression that I'm getting, Yale and Juilliard, because they're so coveted, I feel like they're not going to ask just anyone to give them a 3rd monologue. Like, they have a lot of people. They're not going to waste their time. So that's what I'm choosing to believe to make me feel better about myself. The monologues that I chose. So for my 2 classical, I did Violet from Smokefall by Noah Heidel. It's a monologue where she has twins, and one of them didn't make it in birth. And then I did, for my other monologue, Ashley from Dance Nation by Claire Barron. That is it's a lot, that monologue. And it's kind of vulgar, but I thought that maybe it would make an impression. Evidently not enough, but that's fine. And then for my 2 classical, I did Queen Margaret from Henry VI Part 3 by William Shakespeare. And then I did Antigone from Antigone by Sophocles. So I felt good about my monologues. Oh shit. I'm not supposed to turn here, but that's okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna turn around actually, because I have no idea where I am. I'm just on a drive right now. Not going anywhere particular, but I just realized I have no idea where I even am. Oh shit, that's the highway. Not getting on that. Don't need to get on that, it's fine. The fact that both Yale and Juilliard asked me to present a 3rd monologue, like, even though I didn't get a callback, I'm treating that 3rd monologue like it was a little mini callback. If I sucked, they wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, show us more of what you got. You know, they would have been like, all right, next. That being said, both of those auditions felt very holistic, very, I don't know. It felt very personable. I think they were aware of how scary they are. The head of the acting department at Yale, she was like, you know, both of us want you to walk out of here feeling like you did the absolute best that you could have done. You know, we want you to give perfect monologues, and whether you get a callback or not, you know, you want to do good monologues, and that's it. you can not get a callback and still have been fantastic. You're just not what we're looking for right now. So, you know, I don't know what they're looking for. Evidently not me, but it's fine. So right now, my plan is I'm looking for some full-time jobs. I have a really cool opportunity that I'm in the process of interviewing for right now, but I don't want to talk about it too much. It would allow me to move out of my parents' house. I'd have to commute a lot if I lived in Chicago. I mean, it's far from where I live now too, but it is in the burbs, so I'd have to commute from Chicago every day. Not every day, 3 times a week. And it would give me the agency to move out, have a life of my own, because I need to move out of my parents' house. I just do. I need to feel independent and like I, you know, have a life of my own. And I just can't do that when I'm living in the house that I grew up in. And having everything provided for by my parents. Like, I want to be supporting myself. I want to have something that's mine, you know? Okay, guess you're getting in my lane. My friend just got an apartment of his own, and I'm living vicariously through him, and I went and I spent the night over there a couple days ago, and it was just like, he kept looking out his window, and he has a really nice apartment. It's in Chicago, and like, he's on like the 39th floor, and like, it's insane. And you know, he keeps looking out his window and being like, I can't, like, that view never gets old. And I'm like, dude, you made this for yourself. You know, this is your money. You paid for it. You're buying your own furniture. You have your whole, like, he's a fucking nerd, so he has this whole monitor set up. Like, you bought all that. You made this for yourself. You created a life of your own. This is yours and yours alone. And I don't know, I'm really proud of him. And he should be really proud of himself. So, and I want that. I want that so bad. I want something that's mine. You know, I don't want to have to answer to anyone. You know, if I'm gonna be out late, I don't want to have to tell anyone what my plans are. I just want to go. If I feel like getting takeout every single day for a week, that's my business and no one else's. If my place is messy because I can't, you know, because I'm too exhausted to clean, like, that's my problem, no one else's. I need something that is mine and mine alone. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I was just in a production of Spring Awakening, and that closed last weekend. Now I'm in a production of Macbeth. I'm playing Ross, which is fun. I was actually originally supposed to play the Porter, which is it's like the only comic relief in the fucking entire show of Macbeth, because Macbeth is intense. It's also my favorite Shakespeare play. The person who played Ross dropped out, and then they said, okay, well, Lindsay, you're playing Ross now, and then we're gonna give the Porter to someone else. So I was really excited about the Porter because you get to be drunk. Not actually drunk. It's not drunk Shakespeare, which is really cool. If you haven't seen or heard of drunk Shakespeare, I encourage you to check it out. But Ross is a bigger part. So I'm on stage more, and you know, I have some character development, which is nice. But yeah, and then in Spring Awakening, I played all the adult women, which was really fun. But also a little, I don't know, I loved my experience in Spring Awakening. Don't get me wrong, it was awesome. I didn't get any singing, really. Like, I was singing in the ensemble, but you know, the adult women don't get their own song. It is an acting heavy role. I had a lot of lines. The point of Spring Awakening is adults failing their children, pretty much. You know, adults not telling their children about the realities of the world and how, you know, sex works and all of that stuff, and it gets them into trouble. And so I played the main character's mom, both of the main characters' moms, and so I had quite a bit of versatility because I played some really strict characters, you know, that were, like, this takes place in 1890s Germany, so it's very sexually repressed society. It's cool because on one hand, I played some characters that were very strict, also very repressed, not sex positive, and then I played another character, Melchior's mom, who is very warm and open and, you know, trusts that her son knows what he's, you know, what's good for him and what's not. That's literally a line of mine. And then there's a scene where Venla, the main character, the main female character, she gets pregnant and has an abortion. And I got to play two completely different characters in one scene and bring some versatility to the stage, and that was really awesome. But yeah, so that was Spring Awakening. Now I'm in Macbeth, and I don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards. I've been going on auditions. Nothing's been hitting, but there's a couple of shows that I'm really excited for. I have an audition for Heathers coming up, and I have an audition for Rent also coming up if Heathers doesn't work out. So yeah, I've got a lot going on. But I also, like, if nothing works out before, if I don't get anything before Macbeth is over, I'm not going to be mad about it, because I've been in a show since January and kind of going. I haven't really had a break in a while, so it'd kind of be nice to take some time off from the rehearsal process, just in general, and kind of get back to, like, you know, being a person again, if that makes sense. I'm still drumming, not as much though. I've admittedly been really bad about it, just because I've been busy, I guess. Like, my drum teacher is happy with my progress. She's not like, I'm not showing up and having her be like, you're not practicing. No, she's happy. Friends when you first get out of college. All of my friends live in different states now. You know, we graduated and then, you know, everyone kind of fucked off to do their own thing. I'm going really fast. I also don't have any friends from high school anymore, because, you know, that was 5 years ago. Ew. Where the fuck am I? It's fine. I can't, like, pull up Google Maps because I'd be recording. And what street are you, sir? Not one I recognize. I have no idea where I am. It's fine. Okay, so anyways, friends after college. So all of my friends and I, you know, we all left college and are in completely different places now. We still talk all the time, but, you know, it's not the same as having someone in person with you. So I'm like, who the fuck do I hang out with? Speed limit's 55, man. Let's go. Thank you. Anyone who is, like, struggling to make friends after college, join a play, because you'll find, specifically a musical where there will be people your age. So in Spring Awakening, everyone was, like, in their either late teens, early 20s, to, like, their very early 30s. So everyone was in my age range. We all have, you know, similar life goals and experiences and whatever. So I was with like-minded people, and now I have friends. Now I have fucking friends again. Okay, now I know where I am. Yes! My dad texted me something very nice. It's his birthday, and there's this comedian named Daniel Sloss that we both really like. He actually got me into him. And the other day, I was just like, I don't know, like, I hadn't thought about him or, like, watched any of his specials in a few years, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if he has anything new. Like, I wonder if he has any new specials. So I looked him up, and sure as shit he did. So I watched the special. It's from 2022. It's really good. And I was telling my dad about it. And then the literal next day, I'm, like, scrolling through Instagram, and I get an ad saying that he's gonna be in Chicago in April, like, at the end of the month. And I'm like, that's so fucking crazy. And today is my dad's birthday, and I had been struggling to figure out what to get him. So I decided, shit, I'm gonna get him these tickets, and the two of us can go together because we both like this guy. Yeah, so I got him those tickets, and I gave them to him this morning, and he was like, oh, he was so excited. He texted me, and he's like, I just want to go on the record and say that the gift you got me was very thoughtful. Happy birthday, Pa. Very excited to go see the show. And yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so Spring Awakening, all my friends, like, I have a bunch of friends now that are in that. So it's cool because I'm, like, actually getting to chill with people, and, you know, we're all going on similar auditions, so it's like, we might end up in shows together again. I'm trying to think about what else is happening in my life. I literally have not been watching any TV recently. I don't know why. I'm just like vehemently anti-TV. Like, people will be like, oh, you need to watch this show. And I'm like, that sounds like a fantastic show. And I know I'd love it, but I do not feel like watching it. Don't feel like watching it. I think I'm just too exhausted to like mentally invest in a show. You know? Like, for example, Fargo. My mom wants me to get into Fargo so badly, and I know I would love it. I loved the movie. I don't have the mental energy to start a whole new show from scratch. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, I can watch a 4.5-hour YouTube video. Y'all ever seen Quentin Reviews? His like 8-hour like iCarly video or Victoria's whatever. I watched all of that shit. And like, I don't watch it in one sitting. Obviously, I take it a little slow, but I think it's really funny how I'm like, no, I can't watch a show, but I'll sit down and watch this 8.5-hour video about a show that I watched in my childhood. Whatever. They're good videos. They're really funny, and he does a very good job with them. And he said in his last video that people will say that they just put him on to go to sleep to. And Quentin, if you're watching this, which you're not, I don't put it on just to fall asleep to. I actually watch it. I watch the whole thing. And you have my attention, my full undivided attention the entire time. Actually, maybe not undivided. Back in college, I used to do this thing. My friends got me into it, where you build tiny little houses. It comes in a little kit. It's like a bunch of wood, and they give you glue and paper and shit, and you build, and they have instructions, and you build a tiny house. It's awesome. I would watch the Quentin Reviews videos while I would do that. I also watched a lot of iCarly while I watched that, and Pretty Little Liars. That is my favorite to watch while I'm building those little houses, is Pretty Little Liars. I've seen Pretty Little Liars all the way through probably 4 times. It's such a good show. So bad, but it's so good. I watched Quiet on Set. Speaking of Quentin Reviews, he came out with a video all about Dan Schneider recently, and I watched that after I watched Quiet on Set, which is the new HBO documentary. Oh fuck, there's a new episode out. Shit! Realized they said that they are gonna drop a bonus episode on April 7th, and it is April 9th. So I'll watch that when I get home. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the video here because I literally don't know what else to talk about. I know I've said that a million times in this video, and each time I've come up with something else to talk about, but I really think I'm tapped for topics. So, alright, I'm gonna peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, I don't know, leave a comment if you wanna. Yeah, I don't know. I'm posting this for me, okay?